There's plenty of apps to watch Major League sports, but what if the sports you're into are college sports, minor leagues, or sports with a smaller audience like bowling or track? Find out how you can watch your favorite sports in this FloSports review coming up. Alrighty everyone, thank you for tuning in. My name is Matt and I'm the host of Shall I Stream It? Today I'm going to be talking about FloSports. If you like this video as we're going along, make sure to give it a like. Also subscribe to this YouTube channel for all things streaming. If you haven't already, make sure to follow Shall I Stream It on Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. And also visit shallistreamit.com. It's going to be chapter times down in the description below if you need to skip ahead to anything. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so first let's go over what is FloSports. Now, FloSports was a company that was started in 2006 by two brothers who basically, they were really into college wrestling and college running. They wanted a central hub where they could follow this stuff online, and they realized there wasn't a good place to do it. Had a really kind of scrappy start. Basically what they did is they got a beat-up old van that went around the country, and they started filming different sports events at colleges and posting it online. Over time, their website grew into a bigger and bigger thing. Fast forward to today, and they've created this big hub for over 25 different sports channels on FloSports. They have a company that has almost 500 employees. They have major partnerships with companies like NASCAR to do roots racing. And essentially, they've become a hub for those sports that are underserved by the major sports networks. So college sports, minor leagues, smaller sports like grappling or bowling or track, even things like cheerleading or dance. There's a huge amount of sports that you can find on FloSports, and it caters to that fan favorite audience. Now, they just keep growing over time. If you haven't heard of FloSports yet, I guarantee you, I think everyone is going to be talking about FloSports very, very soon, because it is becoming a bigger and bigger deal. Now, let's get into what is on FloSports. Now, FloSports has, like I said, it has those 25 different hubs that are each around a different sports category. They are super varied, but the main, most popular ones are going to be FloWrestling, FloRacing, FloGrappling, FloTrack, and FloBowling. They have everything from FloBikes, FloCheer and Varsity TV, FloCombat, FloElite, which is for elite fitness competitions, FloFC for soccer, FloFootball, FloGymnastics, FloHockey, FloHoops, FloMarching, FloRodeo, FloRugby, FloSoftball, FloSwimming, FloVoice, and FloVolleyball. Now, each of these central hubs includes all kinds of different content. So, has live events, it has on-demand replays. There's original content that they produce, like recap shows and documentaries. They will do interviews with different athletes from around the country and around the world. You can find news articles, you can find rankings, you can find results of different matches from around the country. You can look up brackets and see how people are doing in various different competitions. You can look up specific athletes or teams and follow them. And with the FloSports membership, you get access to all of this content. It actually has over 300,000 hours of premium content, which is just crazy. So to give you some examples of some of the, teams or leagues that you're going to find on the different channels, I'll just kind of go into FloWrestling here. Now, this includes high school and college wrestling, plus various professional levels, both in the United States and abroad. You're going to find, college games from the NCAA, the NFHS for high school, USA Wrestling, UWW, among different others. In addition to the actual matches and replays that you can watch throughout the week, they have different recap shows and podcasts. Some examples include what they call the Bader Show, FloWrestling Radio Live, the Who's #1 show, and you can look at all of the different brackets in what they call Flow Arena. On FloRacing, all of the content that used to be on a separate service called Track Pass has gone over to FloSports and FloRacing. So they've partnered with NASCAR Roots and their different properties. So the NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts Series, for example, the Chili Bowl Nationals, different things like that. You're going to find that with FloRacing. They have a 24/7 live channel. That's something that I've enjoyed watching, seeing these different, dirt races. They have interviews with the different racers, results and rankings, and then different documentaries and things like that, just as they do with the other channels. FloTrack, that's another big one. You're going to get high school and college games, as well as the AAU. You're going to find conferences, including Big 10, Big 12, various others in the NCAA. And you can watch different events throughout the year, like the Under Armour Sunset Tour, Amsterdam Marathon, London Marathon. Then they have different shows and podcasts, like the FloTrack Ranking Show, FloTrack Podcast. And again, you get access to all of these different channels with a FloSports subscription. So everything from FloWrestling to Flow Grappling to Flow Dance and Flow Voice and Flow Rodeo and all of that. So let's get on to the price and the membership with FloSports. So with a FloSports subscription, you can either pay on a month-to-month basis without any commitment, or you can pay for an annual membership. Annual membership is going to be $150 for the entire year. That averages out to $12.50 per month. A month-to-month membership, this is going to be good if there's like specific events over 1 or 2 months that in particular you want to watch. That is going to be $29.99 per month. You, of course, do save the most money if you get that annual membership, with that averaging out to the $12.50 per month. So let's talk about the FloSports app. Now, it's going to be available on a variety of different devices. You can go on it on their website. FloSports recommends using either Google Chrome or Firefox. It's going to be available on smartphones, tablets, either Android or Apple. You can get the app on streaming devices like Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and Chromecast. Also through different smart TVs by LG, Samsung, or Vizio. Now, the desktop versions of the different websites like FloWrestling or FloGrappling or FloTrack, that's going to be where you'll find most of like the news articles, rankings, things like that. Whereas the mobile app, particularly the television app, is going to be focused on the video content. You do have to go to a separate website for each of the sports and log in that way. There's no central hub like there is on the mobile app. That being said, you do get the most features through the desktop site, so just kind of a trade-off there. Through, the television app, there's going to be that one central hub. You can go to sports and just select what sport you want to watch, and it will take you to all of its content. One really nice thing about FloSports is you can actually stream on up to 12 devices at a time. So if different people in your household want to watch FloSports, you're not going to have any trouble making sure you have enough TVs or devices. Now, there's not currently an option to stream in 4K with FloSports. However, they do give you, the option to stream in HD up to 1080p. I noticed on most videos, so definitely very high quality, even if it isn't 4K. So let's get into my final thoughts on FloSports. Using the app, I think everything went pretty smoothly. I didn't have any issues streaming the different live events that I watched. I think if there's a particular sport that you're into, like wrestling, grappling, bowling, that you might not have as much content to watch on a major streaming service like ESPN or Fubo, this gives you that resource to have that access at your fingertips. Especially to leagues and to teams that you might not otherwise have any access to at all. If you're into college sports, if you're into minor leagues, grassroots racing, sports that might otherwise be underserved by the mainstream sports market, FloSports is definitely a good thing to check out. I am going to have a link down in the description if you want to go ahead and check it out. So I would recommend going on their website, looking at some of their videos, checking out some of their content, seeing if it's going to be a good fit for you. And if you like it, you can go ahead and sign up. So yeah, what are your thoughts? Have you tried out FloSports? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to this YouTube channel for all things streaming. Be sure to follow Shall I Stream It on TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter. And also visit shallistreamit.com. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a good day. Bye-bye.